What's up, man? So, I'm gonna give you the report from this year. I'm gonna do it by video. So, the thing is, like, you're gonna have it. So, if you need to just rewatch it, you can do it. And it's not gonna take me like 5 hours to write something in English. Like, pretty long, pretty boring. So, I think it's like the better way for both of us, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna start. I just divide like the thing in like 4 different stuff, okay? Technique, tactics, physical conditioning, and mental. I'm gonna get focused a bit more rather than what you've been doing fine during the year. That this thing we already know, okay? You get a very good progression. I would say in every single field, but just to try to get something out of it, let's try to just focus in the things that we can do a bit better, or we can just like work in a different way for the next season. Also in summer, if you get the chance, so that would be great. So it would be just some work done for the next season. And so yeah, let's try to get something out of it, because at the end, like, if I'm like telling you what you are doing fine already, I don't think we're gonna just get any progression out of it, okay? So I'm gonna start, okay? We're gonna start with the technique, okay? I got here some like guidance just to don't get loose. And the thing is, like, let's start with the forehand, okay? You get a very good forehand. You feel comfortable with it. You feel confident sometimes with it. The only thing, and that thing we say like often at the trainings, sometimes I don't know why, but you change like the style, okay? You can play like with a lot of spin. Suddenly one day you're coming, you just make it shorter, you hit it flatter. It's very important that you get one base forehand, okay? So as what we always say, okay? If you watched yesterday, I know you did like Federer's and Nadal's matches. You see Federer's forehand looks like the same every single time, okay? Unless he has to like do like a crazy defense or stuff like this, he plays the same way, okay? So preparation is more or less the same. He's adapting a little bit. If he has to play a half volley, he does it. He makes it shorter, everything. But at the end, the forehand stays the same, okay? So sometimes you are trying to play like this kind of like flat balls with way shorter preparations. This thing, I think we gotta just like put it aside for some time, okay? So we gotta build. You are like in a learning process. You are 10-year-old. You need to have like a really reliable forehand with your swing, with your stuff, okay? You adapt it. It's pretty good that you can adapt it, but if your opponent is putting some pressure on you, otherwise you just stick into it, okay? So very important for your forehand, okay? To me, the most important thing is like you need to build up, and you have it already actually, but you don't have to change it, okay? Your forehand with a bit of topspin, with the right preparation, and you let it go every single time, okay? You want to accelerate, you go same way but faster. Your opponent is pressing you, you make shorter preparation, you finish the same way, okay? So don't try too much like, weird stuff, or like I want to just smash the ball, I'm gonna change the whole thing, because we are not yet there yet, okay? So build your forehand, okay? Repetitions, okay? The most important thing now is that you can just trust on it like 9 out of 10 times, okay? So that's the most important thing regarding the forehand, okay? Another thing that I got here, okay? We know already, sometimes you want to accelerate. It's normal, you're 10-year-old, okay? You haven't developed your power yet. You're going too early moving your hips, okay? So that things is not giving you any power at all at the end. And then if you are doing it in the wrong moment, the only thing that you're gonna do is gonna unbalance yourself. So first thing that goes, your racket, then the rest of the thing goes. But first of all, your racket, okay? Don't try to overturn because you think you're gonna get more power on the ball, which is not true, okay? Those two things regarding the forehand, okay? Regarding the backhand, pretty good backhand, good development this year, okay? You are like a bit stronger, you are much more solid. The only thing is like sometimes I get the feeling, okay, I was watching videos of you as well, that we are not using enough like your left hand, okay? Goes a bit too flat, especially like in defensive positions. you need a bit more, okay? And then in the tactically, I'm gonna explain you something that has a lot to do with this thing as well, okay? And it's funny because Nadal was talking about this in the press conference yesterday, okay? We need to get a bit more ping, okay? A bit more spin. You are gonna be able to play a bit higher ball, so the net is gonna be, you know, less of a problem. And yeah, at the end you're gonna be a bit more consistent if we are able to do this. I got the feeling it's normal because at the beginning maybe we are not strong enough just to put two different tasks on your hands, so you just need both to push. But anyway, if we are able to do this, you'll see that you're gonna get even more consistent, okay, which you already are. We're going Surf, okay, Surf is way better than last year, okay, you are much more consistent, you're able to hit a bit harder, you're able to start hitting with spin, which is good. Maybe the matches when you're under pressure you don't use it much, but it's normal at the beginning, so it's not a problem. But one thing that we gotta like watch out is this little foot moving too early, because sometimes you're doing foot faults. At this stage nobody's gonna tell you anything, but you'll see that if you are playing like under 14, under 16 Swiss championship and you're still doing this, you're gonna have trouble on it. Plus taking you like a bit of like, you know, unbalanced, like at the end, like the surf is the only thing that you're gonna do by yourself. It's like a full repetition, doesn't matter if you play like, you know, in China or here, it's gonna stay the same thing, okay? You're playing R9 or N3. So it's very important that you're able to repeat every single time the same thing, okay? You get like some automatisms done. So this thing we're gonna like work a lot next year, okay? Because we have to try to just like stop with this, or at least reduce it, okay? Very important, not just because of the foot force, but also because of your balance. What else do I have here? Yeah, developing the topspin surf. I think we have to like, you're gonna just start getting stronger little by little. So second surf, it has to be with topspin. You start doing it, but still not every time under pressure you don't do it. So another thing that we're gonna work a lot next year. What else do I have here? Regarding the smash, because at the end surf and smash they are going pretty much the same way. Smash, two things, okay? One, and it's a bit related with the surf, but the surf you're able to control it better, okay? When you're smashing, okay, we said already, this one, sometimes you put it down a bit too early. What it's doing? Bang, you're going down, okay? You're not straight anymore, you wanna hit it, your body's already like this, trouble, okay? So it's exactly at the same time, okay? You gotta be able to control this timing, okay? I'm waiting, boom, I'm switching, okay? And if you see again, see how they smash, okay, at the TV, okay? They're always straight. They never go like forward or back, no, they keep really like the line. So that's something that it doesn't go like sometimes, okay, because you're going too early with this one, okay, with your left one. So just we have to just work a bit on this. And then another thing that I saw also, okay, this smash, it might be different, okay, because regardless the position you got on court, okay, it's not the same like smashing one ball half a meter away from the net rather than you know, 3 meters or 4 meters, okay? So sometimes you are going too down, and that happens sometimes with the surf as well, but less, okay? So if you're farther away from the net, okay, you gotta stretch it more and put it less down, because the distance that you have to cover, okay, or the ball has to cover is like way more. So at the end, it's like we gotta control this as well, okay? Sometimes when you're smashing a bit farther away, okay, you wanna just go down, and then the ball, of course, goes to the net, okay? Because you need to get some more length, because the distance to cover is a bit longer, okay? Otherwise it's fine. It's way better than 1 year ago as well, okay? You're able to control it much more. What else? Volleys, okay? To me, important thing, we say it almost every day, okay? Especially your forehand volley, the swing, in my opinion, is still too long, okay? You want to get power, charging stuff at the very beginning. It has to be bam, 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 front in front all the time, okay? Watch a doubles match, okay? They don't do that unless the ball is coming 1 kilometer an hour. That's the thing we gotta correct a little bit as well, okay? Racket in front, ball is coming, I'm there, ping, okay? What I'm doing is everything in front of me, okay? And sometimes, like with the backhand, gets a bit better, it's a bit easier because at the end the racket is already in front of you, okay? But another thing that we gotta like work a little bit, okay? Backhand side, you get a tendency sometimes to just slice down, okay? Volley is not a slice, okay? You stay there, beam, in front, okay? That's the very first thing, okay? If the ball goes down, okay, but otherwise, like, very first motion, okay? Beam is in front, okay? You don't need to slice the ball, okay? Slice is slice, a volley is a volley, there are different things, okay? Otherwise, also much better, and you'll see that the volley is something that, of course, you are 10, okay, so it's like at this age it's kind of tough to move forward because you are still small, so you leave like a lot of room everywhere, but you see that little by little it's gonna get better, okay, and it's already way better than 1 year ago, okay. Tactics, okay, we're switching. Important thing, okay, that's something that we spoke like in one of your tournaments. We need to build some more capacity to create angles, okay? And that's the thing that I wanted to tell you, okay? Just watch the press conferences in YouTube from Rafael Nadal yesterday, okay? They asked him, what was the problem or why he didn't feel like comfortable on court, and he said like, at the end, I'm not gonna just like put pressure on Federer by hitting hard because he's able to control it, okay? But I was not able to open the court properly. That's why he was feeling like a bit more confident with. And at the end, it's like the same thing, okay? Sometimes I got the feeling that you can like really accelerate the ball. You're very good on defense. You're able to more or less control the power of on the other, especially at your age. Nobody's overheating you. But we need a bit more, okay? And that's related, like especially in the backhand side, okay? Has a lot to do with not using your left hand, okay? If you see Nadal when he's opening the angles, Djokovic does it very well as well. With the backhand side at the end, they are all the time like really like using a lot. You know, Nadal uses a lot the right hand. In your case, it would be the left one to open the angles on court, okay? And at the end, if you get your opponent out of positioning, sometimes you get much more than just hitting the ball hard to a corner, okay? So that's something that we gotta build. We'll work next year a lot on it. Second thing that I got here, transitions. I know that a 10-year-old is not that easy. You're able to defend very well, extremely well sometimes, okay? You're fast on court, you know how to defend, you know how to change paces. But then once your opponent gives you the chance, not every single time we're taking it, okay? So that's something that we gotta just build. I know that it's not easy at 10-year-old because you're not able to overheat your opponent usually, but it's an investment, okay? If you try, even if we miss a couple of balls, at the end when you're gonna be 14, 15, it's something that you get done, you don't have to develop anymore, okay? Transitioning, I'm defending, but I'm not defending just for the fact of defending. I'm defending, and once I get out of the trap, okay, the ball is like a bit shorter, or I get the chance to do something, I do it, okay? That's something that is missing sometimes, okay? Important thing, I like that, okay? You're able to read matches quite well. If you want, okay, if you're in the mood, you're able to give me very good feedbacks. It means that, you know, the game is in your head. You're developing. All the things that I'm telling you, I'm going to you with, with you to the tournaments. You're able to do it as well yourself, okay? Little by little, you're able to understand the game. That's more important than hitting a good forehand or a good backhand. Eventually, like, you're gonna get that, but not every single person is able to read the matches the right way, okay? And you get this facility, so we have to take advantage of it a bit more, okay? You get a good variety of shots for your like age. I haven't seen many people like doing the same as you do, okay? You're able to control drop shots. If you need to slice, you slice. If you need to play high balls, you do it. You see that in the tournaments. Some people maybe they get a bit more pace than you, but this thing almost nobody is able to do, and we gotta take advantage of it, okay? Because every single time you get the point into a tricky situation, slice plus up plus, you get a huge advantage because you are like most of the times you are superior to your opponent doing these kind of things, okay? So this variety we gotta use it a bit more as well because it's one of your strengths. I don't even understand what I'm writing here. Yeah, so tactically more or less we get all set. Then physically conditioned. At the end, you're 10-year-old, okay? So I don't like to talk much about these kind of things with, like, you know, you're still a kid. So your bodies need to get developed, okay? And then this thing you're gonna just like work much more when you get a bit older, okay? But anyway, one thing, I know that you are doing physical condition with the Taekwondo guy, which I find like a very good idea. It's very important at this age, okay, to me, like you gotta work a lot of your core. So abs, you gotta get a bit stronger here, okay? Many times, even if you are like, you're very quick, like using your legs, you are able to position them well, okay? Not bad, like strong your legs, you're able to go down, up quite easily. But every single time, I know that, you know, a 10-year-old guy, again, is not gonna overheat you. But again, investing for the future, okay? When you're gonna like play under 12, under 14, under 14 you got people my height already. Luke Orlov, okay? He's 190 already and he's 14-year-old. So it can happen. And it can happen that those people that are able to hit very hard already, okay? It's not the case in under 10, but you'll see next year in under 12 that's gonna happen already. And the thing is, like, in that situation, you need, I got the feeling sometimes that your upper body is not strong as it should be. So I push you out very easily, okay? So that's something that we gotta work. And probably like the guy, okay, like your mom has been telling me stuff, okay? Everybody's very happy with him, so I'm pretty sure that you're in good hands. Very happy for it. So, and again, you're 10-year-old, so we don't have to just worry much about this. But if working on something, that's, in my opinion, is one of the first things that you really got to develop, okay? Like at the end, like all this balance, all this like keeping the line, stuff like this comes from your abs, okay? So they really gotta be strong enough to just take the ball hard, okay? To just be able to control your body, that is not just like leaning forward, backwards, shaking and stuff. It's coming out from here, okay? So developing a good balance, developing like a strong core, it's the most important for you at this moment, okay? And then all the stuff like legs and, you know, arms and stuff, that it will come later, okay? But if working on something, balance, okay, coordination, core, okay, all these three things, and otherwise, you know, don't just put too much attention, just the right one on this, because you're still young and your body still has to develop, okay? But otherwise, not bad at all. And then the last thing, we got the mental stuff, okay? Very first thing, very nice progression, okay? 1 year ago, 1 year and a half ago, you were like able to cry because you were losing a tiebreak against me, okay? So 3 points in a row, burst, okay? You're like very negative, like in this thing, it's much more under control. Not telling you it's perfect, okay? We still got our moments, it's normal, okay? Everybody has that, but yeah, nothing to do, okay? Day and night, so that's a very good point. We are in the right way. You are in the right way, especially because at the end, like the mental stuff, we can discuss to you, we can just like tell you this and that is about yourself, okay? It's like the pressure, nobody's able to pressure yourself better than yourself. Nobody's able to just like, you know, be mad at yourself better than yourself. So at the end, it's like among the four like different categories is the one that depends more on you, I would say. But you are in the right way. We're not there yet. Hopefully we're not there yet, because at the end we're 10-year-old, okay? So we don't need to, it would be scary, okay? If you would be able to control yourself every time. So we're in the right way, okay, to just do these kind of things. At the end, one thing that is very important, again, that you gotta have clear is like every single emotion, every single thought, every single stuff that crosses into your mind, you got two options, okay? When all those things are negative because you are like tired to go training, you are fed up of tennis because it can happen as well, you don't feel the right way that day, your opponent is a pain in the ass putting every single ball in, stuff like this, you gotta like think, you know, you let's say you got two different ways of thinking, okay? You gotta like get the negative one and think, oh shit, you know, it's like I'm tired, I don't want to be here, it's like too warm, it's too windy, the balls are shit. Or just thinking that all this happens on the other side of the court. At the end, like tennis, is not just about me, it's about me and about the guy that is on the other side, okay? If one day is very windy, it's windy for you, it's windy for the other guy, okay? So if you take it on a positive way and say, okay, look, let's gonna just like, I'm not gonna just like get a lot of highlights for YouTube, nobody's recording me anyway. Let's try to get that into my advantage, okay? Because probably if I'm feeling uncomfortable with it, I got a lot of chances that the other guy, especially at your age, at the other side of the court, the guy is thinking the same way. So it can be even an advantage, okay? It's very warm, the same thing. You don't feel well, like, every single one, we got our moments, okay? At any level, at your level, my level, professional level, okay? So just try to think that, it can happen. Maybe, you don't feel well that day, and maybe the other guy feels like even worse than you, okay? So it's about like playing poker a little bit, okay? You gotta like, don't send a lot of message to the other guy, okay? Just, you don't feel right, okay? Keep it for yourself, okay? The wind is horrible, okay? Keep it for yourself, okay? Don't just like, sometimes I think like you're a bit too expressive, okay? And it's normal because you're still a kid, but when you're sending too many messages to the other side, at the end, sometimes you just give confidence, okay? If you see like, every single second ball you miss, the other guy knows it, okay? Sees it, knows it, takes it into his advantage, okay? And you can do just the same thing the other way around, okay? So stay there, okay? Everybody, you see that at every single level. You see that at Wimbledon, the people scream, the people throw their rackets, the people are not happy, the people are getting like headaches and stuff like this, or like injuries. It goes, okay? We gotta make it happen. So tennis is not a thing that you're gonna like just feel perfect every single day. You gotta assume that, and you gotta just fight anyway. So at the end, just try to think this way. I know that it's not easy, okay? But, every single thing you feel, every single bad feeling you have, it's on the other side of the court as well. And at the end, you just have to be better. You don't have to be fancy every single time that you play a match, okay? You don't have to be amazing every single time you play a match, okay? You just get one homework, okay? You get there, you just have to be a bit better than the guy on the other side of the court, okay? And that's it, okay? So appreciate what you got, appreciate every point you make, even if like sometimes I got the feeling you make some points because the other guy didn't play the right way, or because maybe you did something good that you don't realize you did, and you don't appreciate it the right way, okay? Appreciate every single thing, okay? Maybe like the other guy is playing horrible. It's not just because the other guy is playing horrible, has something to do with something you've been doing well as well. So just this, okay? But little by little, we're gonna get there. And the good thing is like, you got nothing to do with David from 1.5 years ago, okay? But we're not there yet, okay? And then, regarding the trainings, at the end it's like, I know it's tough. My former coach, okay, always used to tell to me like the best trainings are when you are getting there and nothing works, because there is where you are like working mentally the proper way, and when you really can work. So those days, 7 in the morning, like the other day, you don't feel at all to be there. It's it's too early, you are tired, you've been playing the whole week and stuff like this. There, you start hitting, you feel like terrible. Those days are the days. Those days are the days that are making the difference, okay? When you feel like playing, when everything works, and when the balls are amazing, everybody's able to play the right way, okay? You're not gonna make any difference like by training those days. I'm not telling you that you just have to just put your level of attention lower on those days, but you're not gonna make any difference. Everybody's able to do that. But what makes the difference, okay, what makes like good players different to champions, okay, they are like people that are coming 7 in the morning, it's cold, the balls are crazy shit, and then they still fight their asses. And then it's very, very important to do that. Very, very important. You make the difference on those days when nothing works, okay, because every single player in Switzerland is going through these kind of days. Every single one, okay? So there you have to think that you are gonna make the difference, okay? Maybe a training like that, the day that you are not feeling well at all, that you really push, even if the things are not going the right way, is much more important than the day that you are coming at 4 in the afternoon, everything works, you hit, oh my god, and you are like kicking like Lorry 6-1, 6-1, okay? So those days are making the difference, and you gotta be like aware of this, and you gotta know this, okay? And the people that were in championships and stuff like this, they doing them because they really work on those days, okay? You see Bayern working at 7 in the morning, works the same way as at 5 in the afternoon. You get a couple of examples at the club, which is good. He goes, okay? He's focused on it. I can guarantee you that not every single time is playing the right way, but boom, goes, okay? And that's something that we gotta learn as well, because again, you make the difference those days, okay? Not the days that everything works the right way. So, very important, okay? And then that's all, okay? 25 minutes, not bad. So, yeah, have a good 2 weeks, because at the end we're gonna see each other at the end of the month. Enjoy Barcelona, learn a bit of Spanish, okay? And see you, man. Take care.